Hello, everyone. This is Stacey Cohen with the Center for Soulful Presence, and this is the Empath Uni What is Alive for You series. And today it is my honor and joy to introduce to you Kyan Taylor. And he is also my best friend, and I've known him for years, and I think that you are truly, truly in for a treat. He is a metaphysician, a medium and channel, does tarot readings, does energy work, and he is also an incredibly talented musician. So I will have all his information in the link below, and you can check out his work. But today, I just wanted to, I don't know, we're just gonna jam, and we're gonna see what happens. I get the privilege of, conversing with him, but one of the things that I want to do on this channel is to share with everybody some of the most amazing people that I know that are empaths and light workers and are really here to be the change that we wish to see in this world. So anyway, with that being said, here's Kyan. And I wanted to ask you, Kyan, what is alive for you today? What's going on?
What is
What?
alive for me today?
Mm-hmm.
I would say at this juncture, with this crazy year, and I know this sounds cliche, but I'm going to say that hope is alive for me today.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I really, really, really feel that we're in a pivotal point as a species, or as empaths, as light workers, and I feel like we are collectively headed towards a good place.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So where do you get this information from?
Well, the information that get the wisdom, I think it all comes from the same place. There are many studies that put labels on it, and as friends, that's not what you and I do. We kind of have this this really guerrilla warfare attitude towards spirituality and private. But I would say it comes from the unmanifest, and from a lot of what I learned from you about being still and going with the flow, and bringing in that Hakuna Matata energy. I think just whenever I'm relaxed or laughing or having a good time or telling jokes, it just kind of cracks open this doorway to where this beautiful wisdom that's like a light just kind of shines through, and we can either tune in and hear it, or we can not, and it's all good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You're already cracking me up.
Yeah.
So curious, you got your cards with you today?
Oh, excuse me?
Do you have your cards with you today?
I do.
How about that?
I have two decks that I've been really working with lately. And
Talk
the
to me.
first one is Secret Language of Light. And it's not a traditional tarot deck, it's kind of like an oracle deck. And I use that in conjunction with the Tarot of the Divine.
Ooh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. Really, 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 really beautiful deck. So if you're into the divine feminine, folklore and fairy tales, it's a really, really good deck to
That's awesome. And I have the mermaid deck here with me today because I'm obsessed with mermaids.
I'm sure mermaids are obsessed with you.
This is why you're my bestie. Yeah, so I don't know, what do you think if we just if we just like throw down and pull some cards and just kind of like see what we can come up with together.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. All right. I don't know. How many should I pull?
Is this a what is our intention? Is this going to be a message to the collective
Yeah,
and
let's,
just
yeah, what do you think? Does that sound,
okay?
yeah, maybe something about hope. Let's,
Oh, how is hope manifesting in your life today?
how is hope manifesting in your life today? And your life as in the collective?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
All right. That's awesome. So your
So one,
video is cutting out just a little bit a couple of times. So I'm just letting you
hold on.
know that that's happening. Like I've lost your video completely. There we go.
I'm back.
All right, cool. Okay,
All
doke.
right.
How many cards should I pull?
So I'm going to say in just a second, I'm going to tell the audience what we like to do when the cameras are off, of course. But what we like to do is a game, uh, the pick a number under 10 game. And whatever the first number in our heads is, we just kind of go with it. So,
Okay.
um,
You want me to pick for you and you pick for me?
yes. Yeah,
Okay.
we can do that.
Okay. Cool.
All right, how about you first?
You want me to pick first?
Yeah, pick a number under 10 and I'll pull.
9.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Gotta make you work.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
You want to tell the audience where we met?
Oh, yeah. We met in, well, I, where did we meet? It's been so long. I think we met at a, at a tea shop. We
We
met
met
at a
at the,
tea shop
we
that I
met
was
at the tea
working at.
shop in
Yeah, this was
Atlanta.
back, yeah, back in 2009. And immediately, words like love at first sight it just is really diminutive.
And then we like the first time we hung out outside the tea shop, we went and saw the Michael Jackson movie.
Yes.
You remember that?
Yeah, it was a really, 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 really beautiful time. And um, we were both experiencing a lot of upheaval and transitions, but I think just the two souls connecting at that time just made everything, every bit of stress, any hardship just kind of go to the back burner. And we were just like, oh, just trading fire and we've just been hooked ever since.
Pretty much. And
Yeah,
I think we both taught each other how to read cards,
we did.
you know? So we've been reading tarot for, so like it's kind of my he's my guru, my spiritual guru. It's Kyan. I mean, I'm my
Okay,
guru. I'm my own guru, but like,
everybody is their own guru.
and this one, smart AF, he knows stuff.
You know, when I first met Stacey, I was like, oh, I'm in trouble. And she asked me, I said, oh, I'm in trouble. She said, why is that? And I was like, because you're the first person I've met that has the power to make a brown man blush.
How did I do that?
um, more on that later. Okay.
Okay.
The first number that came to me for you was 4. So please pull 4.
Okay.
And Um,
All right. Ooh. Okay. You're still cracking me up. Okay. You want to start?
yes. Um, I'm going to actually attempt to show people the spread that I pulled. And so,
Oh, you pulled more than one?
well, I thought you said, oh crap. I took what you said literally and I actually pulled like a full spread of mine.
Oh, awesome. Well, then I'm going to do the same. I like this
Yeah,
game. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. That's even more interesting, I think.
Let me know if you're able to see the spread.
Somewhat. You may need to bring it closer to the screen.
On the top here, we have a soul tree. And we have the King of Coins, the Chariot, the Queen of Pentacles or Queen of Coins, the Lovers, Knight of Coins, and Page of Coins. Um, we also have the Inward Revolution card from the Secret Language of Light and the Create Space. Um,
Those are great cards.
yeah, yeah. So anybody tuning into this right now, it's like you guys are so blessed. You guys are so blessed and taken care of. But I'm gonna let Stacey get her ducks in a row before we jam.
All right, I got mine. I've got the Four of Pentacles. I got the Nine of Pentacles. Isn't that a beautiful card?
Yeah.
Nine of Pentacles. I got the Four of Wands. Aw, so nice. And the first one that I pulled was the World card. And that's spectacular. Yeah, that's good for the collective. All right, I'm ducked. I'm all in a row. My ducks are rowed.
Oh, you're just a quack.
Speak for yourself. Welcome to our banter.
Yeah, we love banter.
Love the banter.
Okay. Would you like to share?
I want you to go first.
Okay, I put me on the spot. Okay. So, for those of you that have decided to share this space with us, I'm seeing that we are all being prompted as empaths, as sacred clowns and lovers, that we are to really connect with the divine light within and seek out that what truly mirrors us in the material world. And the easiest way for us to do that is to get into nature. And that's kind of what the soul tree is asking us to do. It's asking us to shine our inner light, to really get to know what our inner light is and what it looks like. And um, once we get a mental stronghold on that vibration, to seek it out in the world. And I think that places where there is um, a pretty significant energy signature in nature would be the easiest way to get that inner light reflection, and then you can see it in others. But it's really about going within and excuse me, it's really about going within and seeing the inner beauty first, into nature, communicating with the mother, um, seeing her light, and then finding that light in others. So it starts with the self, nature. Um, I'm also getting that since it's winter, we all have this inward revolution. And so we kind of keep on getting a lot of prompts from the outside world to find ourselves in the outside. The revolution has to begin outside of ourselves. And I think this spread is really challenging us to do is to actually, um, when we see a problem with the world, to look at ourselves first, correct ourselves first, to not try to correct the world. And that's on the left side of the deck. And so depending, I won't, sorry, I'm getting a little tripped of my words. On the other side, we have the create space card. So I think with the top, where it talked about our soul tree and finding the divine light, then on the left we have this N-word revolution. On the right, what we need to do is we actually need to create a a space where our light can be seen. So we have to make space for our light to shine. We have to get the proper amount of kindling. We need a safe space for our light within. So um, once we go inside and then choose to bring our light outside, we are still responsible for keeping our light shining bright. um, that's the more abstract part of the reading. Now, the rest of this is a very, very grounded reading, and it has to deal with money. You know, a lot of us are worried about our financial future, and what I will say is that in this spread, we have both the King of Coins and the Queen of Pentacles. And sandwiched between that is the Chariot. So with the inward revolution prompt, this really talks about fixing our attitudes and coming into harmony with the divine feminine and masculine in the earthly realm. And I think that they're subconsciously working out a way to be harmonious with each other. And we think that we might have to go outside or get outside assistance and correctness within ourselves. But the Chariot is saying, we're moving at 1,000 miles an hour, and you don't have to independently work out with the horse that's pulling the cart on the left, and then talk to the one that's pulling the cart on the right side. You don't have to. They kind of autocorrect. They kind of move along swift as long as you kind of, tell the horses to move. They will move in conjunction. There's not a lot of middle managing in this position. So uh, once you decide to heal these aspects, it's like they're going to just fall in line. And Mother Earth, a way of just quickening this process. So you don't really need to be too hands-on with this, folks. Healing is coming, grounding is coming. Um, then we have the Lovers and the Nine of Coins and the Page of Coins. So though I won't talk too much on the subject much longer, it's once you get the Queen and King archetypes to just move, they mirror each other, they move in conjunction with each other. And then the marriage, the Lovers is kind of about the marriage of opposites, choice. We have the Knight of Coins and the Page of Coins. So everything else in the kingdom falls in the if you get the order of operations correctly, if you work with your own light, yeah, which is a unification of both, masculine and feminine in a way of form, masculine, feminine. Um, this reading is really all about creating harmony through the intention of connection with self. And whatever you want to manifest, you don't actually have to do any sort of middling meditations or management or setting the intention to attract, because once you connect with that inner light, you'll see what you're made of and it's just going to flow forth. And so the most important thing right now, folks, is just to connect with yourselves. and everything else, everything that you want is already there. It just falls into it just falls into place. Not a lot of work to do, not a lot of intellectualizing. You got this because you're a winner. You already won.
That's great. That's awesome. Yeah, that's super, super hopeful. I feel
Yeah.
that. Well, let's see if I can springboard off of what you said and echo. Um, well, the first card I pulled was the World, and uh, it's really about infinite possibilities and building pretty much what hasn't been done. It's like we can focus on what we don't want, but the bottom line is like we know what we do want because we know what we don't want. Yeah, I got the Four of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. Both of these are even numbers. Um, this speaks to creating some balance with the element of fire and earth. Really, it's like coming. It's like I don't know how to say this, but it feels like when we do things in moderation within ourselves, within our environments, within our homes, within our families, things seem to even out, and people, the polarity seems to and that push pull seems to quit. So what I'm getting is that because people are really forced to be going inside right now, uh, when we can create some moderation within ourselves and kind of cultivating the attitude of like easy does it, where any of the elements don't get out of whack. So, and in that process, when things are a little bit more calm, like the waters are calmer, the Nine of Pentacles, that's really about assessing what you have. So instead of focusing on what you don't have, but focusing on what you do have and really utilizing what it is that you do have. A lot of us have been reaching out, to make our life. And now it's like, well, what do I have? What are my skills? What are my attributes? What am I good at? And those are the things that we can bring forth into this world. And I think that that's going to create, is going to help the masculine and feminine and balance that out. I really think that that's possible, and a lot of the polarity is gonna calm down too. I think a lot of us are pretty sick and tired of that push pull.
Mm-hmm.
I know I am. Yeah, I'm just like dipping out. I'm dipping out and dipping in. So I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I feel complete with that. How about you? You want to pull an oracle? You want to pull an oracle to kind of put the cherry on top of this reading that we've done?
Yeah, we can do that.
All right.
Let's set the intention to bring this to a beautiful climax. Really, really get in there. Oh, this one wants to come out.
Light
35,
beams.
light beings. Well, actually, this is kind of funny because, 3 and 5 equals 8, and that's the symbol of infinity.
Oh, wow.
Which is, infinity is, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
I can, no. I felt your fire. I want to hear it.
Well, this morning I I was hanging up a picture in my bedroom, and it's this cool design thing, and it has the infinity sign. And for some reason, it really stood out to me this morning. I was like, I love this. It's infinity. And it just felt really important and like a potent symbol for me. And it was just something I noticed this morning.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I'm still going through my stuff. I just moved a couple weeks ago, and I was like, yeah, I want to still make sure I'm going through my stuff and getting rid of things that I don't need anymore, that don't resonate with me. And I was looking at that piece, and I was like, does that resonate with me? And I was like, infinity. I'm keeping this
Infinity.
forever.
I'm keeping this. Wait, say that again.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But
Infinity. I'm keeping this.
I'm keeping this forever. This little art piece.
All right, I'm gonna be. I actually got moved to do something.
Okay.
This is really coming in. This is really coming in for me. So
Shoot.
I am, you know, for the folks at home that are tuning in or watching, this is what we do. We kind of prompt each other, and then we kind of turn into this like guerrilla ninja
Yeah.
style. But we have the light beings card, and so without getting too
Are you gonna read from the book? I
well, I
mean,
did read.
if you're gonna freestyle it, don't let me interrupt you. I just was wondering.
Yeah, are you able to
Yeah,
say?
we could see the
Okay,
infinity.
okay. Well, for all those people that took basic science courses, this isn't going to be too long. I just wanted to make this point. But light, everything is made of light. And light is basically a spectrum. And it kind of, when you look at it, looks like this. I don't know if you're able to.
Oh wow, that's a light wave.
Yeah, and that's basically the shape of all vibration. And so you get two vibrations together and it makes that infinity. And that shape is basically the masculine and feminine united. So um, once you stop focusing on the the nitty gritty or the mechanics of things or how it works, once you take a step back and you look at it, really all you're able to perceive is light.
Mm.
um,
Mm.
and there's always going to be light beings around because everything is basically light. That's a little abstract, but when you tune in, you get when you tune into yourself, um, you basically set a calibration so that you can perceive your own light and therefore bring out the light in others. And I think in whatever situation that you're dealing with, in any situation that you're dealing with, you can get. It's time to be really, really specific with how you perceive yourself, and less specific with how you're perceiving any event, person, place, or thing that is outside of you.
Mm. Like
And that's
stay in
just,
your own hula hoop.
yeah. We got Stacey and Kyan have 4 words for you folks. Stay in your lane.
It's the key to happiness, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're perceiving something that is, the antithesis of your belief system, just laugh, folks. Don't try to correct it. It'll correct itself because you're correcting yourself, and
Yeah.
you will resonate out there and everything will just fall into place. You're
Time
in
is
control
time is
by
the
not being
greatest
able to.
corrector. Sorry. Go
Yeah.
ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt. What was the last thing you
Uh,
said?
oh, by not being in control, but changing your perception of attitudes of self, you're actually the one that is driving the ship. And if you tune in with yourself, you'll be able to know what your intentions are. And so you don't have to look at the water, which are, waves. And you don't even have to look at the fish that are basically pulling the ship. Keep your eyes on the horizon and you get there. And the light beings are here with you and you're there with them. And harmony is definitely achievable by going within. That's all I have to say.
Mm, that's a beautiful message. How long did you know that you were an empath?
The first day we met,
Really?
yeah.
Because?
You mirrored you mirrored my own light back to me, and
Mm,
before we met, I was just interested in this stuff, and I didn't know that I had a natural um, proclivity towards it. And I think at the time it was the empath stuff wasn't did not have that label, so it was kind of still into the spirituality band and branding, and you meet a lot of people who use knowledge or their experience as leverage, and you were the first person that um, was from that community that looked at me like, and I was able to kind of see myself like, oh. But when I say that when we met, it was kind of like a love at first sight thing. It was like everything was kind of like sank into place, and immediately just started talking about spirituality, the nature of the universe, how we can use it in our own lives.
mm.
Like all the all that stuff came. Um, and how about when did you first know that you were an
Well,
empath?
I didn't have that label either until more recently. Um, but the things that I identify as empath abilities, uh, I definitely, I mean, I've been like that since I was a kid, being able to know stuff before it happens and kind of reading the field and people's field and their feelings and their thoughts. So, yeah, since I was a kid, but I used to get in trouble for it because people would deny it. I'm like, why are you mad? Like, I'm not mad. Don't tell me how I'm being. I'm like, but you're mad. And then you get two empaths in the room and nobody can hide shit.
Right, right.
You might as well just be honest.
Yeah.
You can't hide it or fake the funk here. Definitely can't hide anything from Kyan.
She's bigging me up. You got to wipe my face off every 15 minutes. I really appreciate your touting me.
It's not true. It's not true. Yeah, well, you were one of the first people that we could just sit and talk about this stuff for hours and hours, and
Right.
it's really supported what seems like what we're both doing now. So
Yeah.
um, yeah, so Kyan is offering readings um, online and probably phone, right? email as well,
Yeah.
or yeah, and
Yeah.
does some distance healing and probably some hands-on work if you're in the California area. But like I said, I'll drop his contact information in the box below. But all I can say is you're amazing. You never cease to amaze me. Um, yeah, I'm just I'm one of the fortunate people that I get to continue to know you. So I'm so grateful that you took the time today to spend time with us and share your gifts. And yeah. Is there anything else that you want to share before we close for today? Is there anything that feels important to share during these times for the collective?
I will say um, that to kind of close our message in a very way, that if you're unable to see yourself right now properly, to please reach out and set the intention to find somebody who can properly mirror you so you can let that light return to yourself. And this isn't about isolation, it's about getting in harmony with your true essence. And if you need to
Mm,
reach outside for help, that there's nothing wrong with that, because no person is an island, and we need each other. And we're about radical self accountability and responsibility out here, but we're not about um, isolation
yeah,
or pride or anything like that. So that's it.
that that's a really important message because I think a lot of times, at least during these days, when people are in quarantine and things like that, that can be really overwhelming, and not being able to have the connections that you have had in the past, or seeing people in person and things like that. So that's a really good point. And hey, there are people like ourselves and other people that you can reach out to. So yeah, good stuff. Oh, this was great. Thank you. Thank you. That was
All right.
awesome. All right.
I bid you guys adieu.
Until next time.